Okay, good evening. Welcome back to the Thursday Night Golf Show with me, the Average Golfer. Thanks for tuning in as ever. Appreciate your support on these Thursday evenings. Hope you're all having a good week. Now then, start off with last weekend's game of golf, I suppose, in the world of golf, that is, and the Players' Championship. I don't know about you, but I enjoyed it. I love seeing Sawgrass. I think it's a great course. What I like about it is it's not just all about bombing it down fairways. There's a lot of strategy required. They've got some good risk and reward holes. It's a proper golf course. I love it. And that 17th, it's proper exciting. Nice to see Sergio get a hole in one there and a few put it in the water. And again, I don't know about you, but I'd love to have a go at that par 3. It must be a great challenge. And you think, just a pitching wedge in your hand in the most cases, and it seems to be a struggle every year for some top class players, so God knows how I'd get on. Anyway, starting off with a winner, Siwoo Kim. Now then, we run a little bit of a competition last week, asking if you even had the foresight of the first round, because the competition we ran, I think it was a cap and a sweatshirt for whoever managed to pick the winner, and I set the rule in that you could even see who finished on top of the leaderboard after round 1, and even with that head start, no one managed to pick Siwoo Kim. I know I certainly didn't, and if I'm honest with you, prior to the weekend I'd never even heard of him, but he came out on top. I watched Sunday in particular where he was so impressive. If you start the day, you think that a lad of sort of 21 years of age, not massively experienced on a PGA Tour, in such a big event, I honestly thought he'd sort of crumble his way down the leaderboard, and couldn't be further from the truth. He was probably the calmest player in that top pack, and well, you see people like JB Holmes, who had a nightmare, Kyle Stanley fell away, Oosterhausen again sort of hovered around, but if you'd have looked at that leaderboard at the start of the day, I think even then you maybe wouldn't have picked Kim to have seen it through, but he was so calm right the way through to the very end there. The iron he hit in on the green, I mean, it was wide right of the pin, it was right at it, so well done to him, congratulations. I think the interesting bit that comes from it is now a two-time PGA Tour winner, joins an illustrious group, and literally in terms of his age I'm referring to now, below the age of 22 to do that, and I think it was Garcia, Woods, one other who I can't remember right now, but anyway, it's certainly a great result for him. But I don't know whether it's a sad thing, but I suppose it depends how you view it, maybe where you're from. But in terms of South Korea, he will now in the coming months have to do his military service. And a minimum, would you believe, and I keep glancing down to this paper, minimum of 21 months you'll have to serve, which is, like I said, I suppose if you're brought up in that situation, I don't want to talk about military service and all the rest of it, but it's yeah, if you're brought up with that, maybe he's expecting that's what you do. But it seems such a shame that at this level of his career in terms of golf, he's going to pull himself away from that for, like I said, 80, well, what's that year, sorry, almost 2 years, isn't it? So it's a shame, I think, anyway, but like I said, it's he's probably expecting to do it, knows what he's got to do, but like I said, pulled away for potentially a couple of years from a sport which he's really looked, the way he played the other day, to potentially make a major breakthrough. And interestingly, at the moment, I think it was Sang-moon Bae, which is another Korean player who was doing particularly well. He is at the moment in the middle of his military service, so yeah, really interesting that's what will happen to him in the next few months anyway, so a bit sad, I think, but he goes off on a high. Another one who finished on a high, and this one made me laugh a little bit, was last week's show. We mentioned Ian Poulter. I mentioned the drama about him getting his card back when he thought he'd lost out. There was a recalculation on the point system, gets his card back, and I think I made a point how ironic it would be if Poulter went out there and was to win the Players' Championships. Now then, I didn't think it was such a wild statement, but one person out there, and you know who you are, one person said that, I read the comment afterwards, which was, Ian Poulter win the Players' Championships, a lot of laughter, and basically not a chance in the world. Now you're right, he didn't have a chance of winning because he didn't win it, but he come mightily closer than you thought. But the bit that I'm laughing at is that I went back to have a look at that comment, and you went and deleted it. So you made the comment. I'd love to know when you deleted it. Was it as late as sort of late through Sunday or Saturday evening? When did you start to panic to think you need to retract that statement? But come clean in the comments below. Own up to it. Where's it gone? Where's that comment been deleted? And you're right, Poulter didn't have a chance to win. You did get it right, but I don't think it was so far-fetched a story as perhaps you at least thought. But it was a great performance by Poulter. Apart from the shank on the 18th, I don't know if anyone's seen that, but Jesus, that was literally, that went into hospitality tents. Unbelievable where that finished up. But he got there, he got his second place, earned a lot of money for that, and I thought showed a lot of character again in that final round. He put together a real good round of golf. Yeah, excellent. Hats off to him, really. The unfortunate thing is, with regards to the hat and the hoodie, they'll have to roll over to a next competition, I'm afraid, because nobody picked the winner. So unlucky there. Anyway, still sticking with world news, and we kind of I talked about the story in last week's show. Remember, I always record this a couple of days prior to Thursday, so sometimes a bit of news will overlap, and it did last week, and it was a big one because we were on about Rory in his signing a deal potentially for TaylorMade. I think it was even later in the day that we recorded it. He then it was announced that TaylorMade had got their man, and there's been plenty of videos that spoke about Rory McIlroy signed for TaylorMade and what's in the bag and all the rest of it. And so I don't want to repeat old news, but what I am interested in is your opinions on what you think about the deal. And I suppose really, do we think, as I'm asking this question and I'm smiling already because I know what my answer is, but as Rory signed for TaylorMade on the basis that he thinks it's the best product for him, it's the best irons, the best drivers, the best golf ball, or has he simply signed a contract because it was the best contract? So is it again just all about money driven? Don't forget he had Callaway clubs in his bag up until literally a week or 10 days ago in terms of what we were seeing on the golf course anyway. And now all of a sudden he's switched allegiance, he's with TaylorMade, he signed up for a huge contract worth a heck of a lot of money, and it seems to me obviously it's purely driven by, and why not? I'm not suggesting there's anything wrong with that, but you know, he talked about he was rooting round for the product that suited him. I mentioned in previous shows that he'd made statements about how he was going to try all different kind of golf ball, golf club combinations to see which was the best for him. And maybe he just happened to find that in the TaylorMade range, and he's decided to plumb for that big contract. But it's interesting. Is it good for sport, these big contracts? Again, I don't know. It goes on in every other sport. Money will always follow these big stars around, and there's none more so than Rory at the moment. He's absolutely raked it in over the last... I mean, the Nike deal falling apart, I don't think it did him any harm, because he signed a new deal in terms of apparel with Nike, and now a new club deal with TaylorMade. So, yeah, good on him, I suppose. But what are your opinions? Did he go there? Should he have stayed with Callaway? Should he have stayed independent? Should he have stayed and waited around? Or should he have gone to TaylorMade as he did? Now, the interesting story that kind of followed on from that was the fact that the very next day then TaylorMade, in terms of global ownership, was sold, along with Ashworth and Adams, as I understand. And again, I assume, so that deal really with Rory would have been made with the new buyers, no doubt, because that would have been, obviously they'd have been well aware of that was part of the deal and the contract in terms of the buyout from Adidas. So interesting to see and how will TaylorMade, I'd be interested to know what happens to Ashworth, what happens to Adams Golf. Will they sort of fall by the wayside? I don't know. I know from what I'd read that they were perhaps the two brands that were suffering in terms of financially. So whether or not now they just focus all on TaylorMade, and will they move it forward again? Will it become a major successful brand? It is very successful, but in terms of financially, it's been suggested it had struggled a little bit. But like I said, whether or not that was quite TaylorMade or other companies that were within the group. Anyway, we'll stick away from finances. Just your opinion on Rory, whether he's made a good decision or a bad one there. Right, now then, in terms of this week, it's been a quiet one on the video front because I am really tying up all my loose ends in terms of work, so I can go and have a week's holiday. So on Saturday I'm off to flying off to Cyprus. Golf clubs are packed, as is the drone, as is all the camera gear, because I'll be going for loads of family holiday. I'm going to play 2 rounds of golf, thanks to Glencore Golf, who have made some arrangements for us for Aphrodite Hills and a golf course called Alea. Very close together, to be honest with you. I've played them both in the past. Great courses. I really enjoyed both of them. So hopefully I'll get some man versus golf hole challenges over in Cyprus for you to have a look at, see how we get on there, and get some nice drone footage as well, because hopefully some nice clear blue skies and the course is looking great over there. Interesting enough, Aphrodite Hills, I don't know whether anyone's played out there, but I think it's the 3rd hole. There's a tee there, the black tee box, which is unbelievable driving position. I won't say too much more, but it's a huge ravine, I suppose you'd call it, that needs to be cleared with your drive. It's a huge carry as well. So we'll have a pop at that one, hopefully, and like I said, hopefully I can get the drone out. And then again, I don't know, I think it's in the front 9, something like the 7th, 8th hole, a par 3, absolute stunner. Again, quite a dramatic fall off in terms of the cliff face. Sounds a bit too dramatic. It's not a cliff face, but it's ravine again, all between tee and green. It'll be a great one if I can get the camera out. Looking forward to that. And the Alea course is a Nick Faldo design. So again, I played that, very nice. Look forward to it. Stick around, and hopefully next week I'll have some more videos for you to watch the man versus golf hole challenges. Right, now then, as I'm away next week, I'm going to also post for next Thursday's show. I'm not going to be able to record anything on a Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm going to try and have a bit of a week off, but I'm going to pre-record something that will be I've been asked on a few occasions to do a what's in the bag, and I've stayed away from doing it. But what I'm going to do for next week is I'll do a Thursday night golf show special, where we just talk about what is in my golf bag for the coming season, and we'll maybe do one at the end and see if it's all stuck around. Got a bit of a thing with the irons at the moment, which some people have picked up on, but we'll have a chat about that in next Thursday's show. Okay, so the next thing I want to discuss is our little bit of a collaboration that we're going to be doing. We're going to be teaming up with Liam from Golf Vlogs UK. Now, for people who watch, a lot of people who subscribe actually to our channel also subscribe to Golf Vlogs. You'll be very familiar. And if you do watch our channel, the Tee Upload channel, you'll have also seen that me and Liam had a little bit of a golf match a few weeks back now. Unfortunately, it cost me a £5. He's a bit sharp around them greens, and but I had a great laugh with Liam. We got on really well, and we're going to have a rematch. We did a couple of videos that sort of leading up to the rematch, and we've not been able to pin down a date, but anyway, we will get that done in the near future. I think that's going to be, the way we've discussed it, that's going to be a little bit something a bit special. But anyway, we'll save that for another day. For the time being, we've decided to team up as a pair, and People's Golfer, Average Golfer, versus 2 of Liam's golf mates, as he likes to call them, which is, I love that, it's very good indeed. And the subscribers and supporters of the Tee Upload channel. Anybody who fancies a game, as a pair that is, fancies the chance to take us on, a bit of 18-hole match play, then give us a shout. Comments down below, where you're from, what club you want to have a game at, and myself and Liam will be only too pleased to come on and arrange a date and come on over and have a game with a camera in tow, film it, get a bit of drone footage, have a bit of a laugh. No doubt Liam will be wanting to play for a £5 again, so get your money ready, and look forward to that. And like I said, just comments down below and we'll make some contact and get a game going. So I can't wait to do that. Looking forward, like I said, met up with Liam on a couple of occasions, and I'm looking forward to it. It's there's never a dull moment with Liam around. He's a good laugh, and like I said, I think that the pair of us will I'll have a good match up against somebody there. So stick your name down below. Anyway, that's pretty much it again for another week of the Thursday Night Golf Show. It's maybe short and sweet this week. I'm not sure how long I've waffled on for, but it seems a little bit of a short one. Like I said, next week it's a What's in the Bag special, and in the following week it'll be back with a couple of, hopefully, all things fingers crossed go to plan, couple of man versus golf hole challenges from over there in Cyprus. So as ever, thanks for watching. Comments down below, thumbs up, anything you can suggest, any comments you want to make about the show, then by all means stick them down below. And don't forget, if you fancy a game, a match up between the people's golfer and the average golfer, if you think you can take us on, stick your name down below and I'll make some contact and we'll get a date set up. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your week. Have a good weekend if you're playing golf. The one last request I'll make is that you get over to tupload.co.uk and leave your course reviews. Right, see you all soon.